Hey guys, I got something special to show you today. I'm trying to get a certain amount of guns in my collection before the election may go a drastic way. And because the policies I've seen with them two morons are really, really drastic. They're extreme. They're fucking crazy. Alright? So, just in case, um, I used some of my savings, and as you guys seen, uh, quite a few gun videos with new guns coming in. You know, a couple different ones, even the cowboy guns, any gun. I'm telling you, with them two, any gun. It ain't just AR-15s and magazines. They ain't like that. So we gotta hope we get lucky. Anyway, uh, this is a damn Wesson 1911. Associated with CZ. They're associated with CZ, but Dan Wesson still makes their 1911s. I don't think CZ makes the 1911s. I think they're together as a company, affiliated with each other somehow, but the guns are made at Dan Wesson. So, Dan Wesson 1911 is a couple steps up above a high production 1911. So you got different levels of 1911s. Okay, you got $500 1911s. You got $600 1911s, $700 1911s. Okay, and then you got the $1,000 1911s, and then you got the $2,000 1911s. Well, the damn Wesson is between 1,300 to 1,700 in their 1911s, and you're getting a very close to hand custom gun for the money. And they probably, I mean, out of all the 1911s I've had, I probably, you know, because I'll do like a ton of videos researching for problems when I buy a gun. And I gotta say, I think out of all of them, out of Colt, Kimber, all of them, I think the damn Wesson had the least issues. And if it was an issue, it was just, it wasn't a functionality. I hear the hammer gets a little rusty. The hammer gets pitted or something like that. I ain't too worried about that because this, I don't know if I'm going to be carrying this and getting sweat on it and all. It'll probably be something I can use for home defense, or you know, use it for a range gun, or take it out once in a while and just adore the beauty of it. So it's like a really high-end, high-quality 1911, but not like an Ed Brown that's like $3 or a Wilson Combat that's like $4. Okay, but it's higher quality than your Kimber, your Colts, and all that, which is great. I've always had great experience with Colt 1911s. I'm very confident when I buy a Colt 1911 that it's going to work, because I never had a problem with a Colt. All the ones I had problems with was Kimbers all the time. All the time. Everyone's different. Some people say, well, I never had a problem with a Kimber. I had a problem with a Colt. So it's all what your experience is, what kind of gun you get, how it's made, and hopefully, and all that stuff. But the Dan Wesson is definitely on a whole other level. So I got these magazines for it. These are two 9mm magazines. They hold 9 rounds apiece plus 1, so 10. This is a 9mm 1911, which is something I only had once, and I had it in a little officer size. So I said this time I think I'm going to get something commander or bigger in 9mm in 1911. And I did. So I'm really excited to shoot it because I know it's going to be very, very little recoil, and it's going to be a joy to shoot. So let's take it out and check it out. So you get 2 mags with it. It's a really nice case. But you know what's weird about the case thing? I don't care how nice the case is with a gun. I never use the cases. I just put them away. The gun is always in a range bag, and if the gun's not in a range bag, it's in the safe. It's never going to see this again, so whatever. But it is a very overly built gun case compared to like the Glock cases and the Beretta cases. This really is a nice strong case. The only other case on this level are the Springfield. Springfield gives you a great heavy duty case. So anyway, here it is. My favorite combination. Black, silver, and rosewood. Now this is something you don't want to change the grips on and play around and monkey around with different kinds of grips. You just want to leave this just the way it is. Because the damn Wesson grips have very aggressive stippling. And not only do they look great, they're functional. So right here is where you're going to grab them, and it has a lot of traction right there. A lot of traction. It ain't just for looks. It actually really feels good. Look at the checkering around the front strap. Very fine checkering. So when the checkering's fine like that and not big, it'll actually grab your skin more without annoying it. When the checkering's too big, it's annoying. But this is my favorite kind of checkering. I forget how many per square inch it is, but it's a lot per square inch. It's very fine, and it's really, really nice. And it's got the same amount of checkering on the back strap. You see how fine it is? It's very fine. Very fine. Alright. 9mm. Haven't shot it yet. Comes with 2 stainless steel mags. Nice looking mags. I don't know what kind of mags they are. Are they Chip McCormick? They have damn Wesson on them. I know that. I don't know if they're Chip McCormick or Mekgar or what, but so it's beautiful. It has a skeletonized trigger, which is nice. It's silver. It breaks up the look. It's got the silver bushing on the front. Has a fantastic trigger. Jesus, that trigger is friggin' awesome. And the reset, if you can listen, immediately, as soon as you let pressure off the trigger, the reset's there. I don't think it gets any better than that. I had an Ed Brown, and it didn't have a reset like that. Don't get me wrong. The Ed Brown's probably the most beautiful 1911 I ever had in my life. But I'll tell you, it didn't have a reset like that. And the trigger brake, man, I don't know, man. There's no way it's more than 3 pounds. This is called the Vigil, if I say it right. V-I-G-I-L. I don't know what the hell that even means, but that's what it's called. And another thing about the damn Wessons, they're super classy. They don't have a lot of writing on them. They're very clean. There's no all this writing on it. There's only one gun that I've seen that has writing on it, and it actually looks really good. Smith & Wesson makes one, and I forget what it was called, but it had the Smith & Wesson logo on it, and it had the writing on it. But because of the way they did it and the color it was so subtle, it actually looked great. I didn't mind the writing on that one. The problem with that gun is it had that scandium frame. It was one of the most beautiful looking 1911s I've ever seen. It had the scandium frame. Scandium is another type of aluminum. It's supposed to be more advanced. But it was so light. It was so light. Every time you shot it, especially in 45, god damn, it wasn't a fun gun to shoot. It was not. But this has some weight to it. It feels like the frame might be aluminum or alloy. I don't know. But it's not as light as that Smith & Wesson. That Smith & Wesson was so light, which was great, to carry. But at the range, wasn't a fun gun to shoot. This is going to be a fun gun to shoot because it's a 9mm. Another reason why I got a 9mm. Because I have a lot of 9mm. I don't have too much 45. I said, what the, and right now ammunition is so friggin' hard to get right now. I mean, all our friends and all, we're all calling each other and trading ammunition. Hey, and I got a cowboy gun. I'll give you 9s for 38s. And another guy saying, hey, I'll give you some 45s for 9mm. I mean, because the stores don't have them. The internet doesn't have them. And the internet wants what? $50 a box for a 9mm? Fuck you. You get the hell out of here. Not going to happen, man. You got to be kidding me. $50 for a box of 9mm. How horrible is that, man? Are they gouging it, or are they paying more for it and gouging it? I don't know. So I'm not saying they're being thieves. Maybe they're paying more. I don't know, but I don't know why they're selling it for $50 a box. Because there are some sites that are selling it for normal prices. They're just out of it. So, okay, let's jump around again. Back to the gun. There's the muzzle. Look at the crown, how clean that crown is. Look how it's dished out with the bushing. Oh, right there. Yeah, that's a good shot of it. That is super beautiful machine work right there. These sights I'm a huge fan of. I love the single dot, the one dot in the front, black sight in the back, and then in the back sight in the rear has like a grooves or serrations, so it doesn't. It just catches your eye better, and nothing will shine on it. I think that's what it is. And there's the famous hammer that they say gets rusty. I don't know. Hopefully they fix that problem. Another thing about damn Wesson, and I've seen the videos where the hammer gets rusty. It's just like these tiny little pits, but I think if you get sweat, I don't care what you have, if it doesn't have a black finish on it, and even if it's stainless steel, when you get sweat on something, it's going to rust. There's no such thing as stainless steel. It doesn't exist. I've seen Kimbers at when I worked at Double Action get rusty sitting in the showcase. What do you think of that? I'm not kidding you. Right here, that's part of the barrel. Getting pits on them just from sitting in the showcase. So just because it says stainless steel, don't think you don't have to take care of it. Just keep it wiped down, keep it clean, and you ain't going to have any issues. Haven't taken it apart yet. I'm glad it doesn't have that extended guide rod, because I hate that. It looks like it just has a nice traditional plunger and guide rod. Everything in the damn Wesson, there's no MIM parts, M-I-M, MIM, which stands for metal injected molding. So metal injected molded. So what they do is, a MIM part is, it's like cast. It's not as strong as like hammer forged steel. So everything in this gun, like an Ed Brown, is all cut from bar steel. There's no MIM parts. That's a good feeling, because if a part shears off or breaks, or the sear or something under a lot of stress like that, they shouldn't make them out of MIM parts. I mean, if something like this the grip safety's made out of a MIM part or cast, who cares? There's no stress on that. But as far as the internal parts, they take a lot of hit. But the fact of the matter is, what I'm getting at is, the damn Wesson is like an Ed Brown. There's no MIM parts. Everything's made from bar steel. So the gun is high quality inside and out. So has an extremely positive thumb safety. Like, it's very, very stiff, and people love that. It's an extended thumb safety, but it don't come out too far. Some of these gun companies, they have an extended thumb safety, and it's like they get a little carried away, and it's just like sticking all the way out here. We don't want that. We want you don't need it to stick out any more than that. But that is a really positive thumb safety. The sights are Ameriglow. It says Ameriglow H319. So that front sight is going to have tritium in it. It's a night sight, and the back sight's just a blacked out sight. It has a nice sharp edge on there that you can catch it on in case you have to, if you want to train racking with one hand, you can put it on the edge of your belt or the edge of a surface and push and rack it like that instead of grabbing it and racking it like that. So that's good that it has that. It really needs to be moved around. It's very stiff right now. Like I said, I didn't take it apart, I didn't oil it or nothing. This is right out of the box. So this baby needs to be shot. The frame and slide, the slide fit the frame is, so we get it? Look at the seams. Barely there. Super, super tight. There's no rock in this slide at all. This thing is rock solid. And to me, when I had cheaper 1911s, the biggest turnoff while you're shooting, and I don't know if this is just me, when you have a rough slide fit to frame, even though it doesn't cause a reliability issue, it causes a shitty feeling issue. So while you're shooting it, you're feeling it like clacking back and forth, and it feels like that damn thing is like, it just feels like it's like, that don't feel right. When it's fit like this is fitted like the Ed Brown. When you're shooting it and you feel that recoil, it's just a solid pop. You just feel pop, and that's it. You don't feel no looseness, no wiggle, no clink, no clanging or clacking. That's what you get out of a higher end 1911. That's hand fitted. It's really great. Okay, but here's one that might be a little bit more realistic that some people can afford. Okay, they have another version called the Guardian, and the Guardian has the bobbed hammer in the back, and it makes it go up like another $300 for a bobbed hammer. I mean, for a bobbed grip. It's like, seriously. So I went with this one, and I think I did pretty good, especially now buying a gun now, because everything's expensive with firearms. But you can see the finish is fantastic on this. The Dan Wesson also has a very, I don't know what it's called, they're known to have a very durable finish. Very durable finish. The finish, from what I heard and the research I did, the finish is impregnated into the steel. That sounds a little pornographic. But seriously, like Tinnifer, remember the Glock Tinnifer? Like that. So that's cool. So it'll last longer in a holster, even if this is ever going in a holster. But I'll tell you, it's definitely light enough to carry. But you shouldn't feel it. You got to load it, then feel it. Then feel how heavy it is. But 9mm match barrel, super heavy duty finish, great sights, great grip, great checkering, beautiful, beautiful cherry wood grips, great stippling on the grips. Skeletonized trigger makes it look really nice. I'm a fan of a black trigger, but that's what's in there. I'm not going to mess with it. I can't fit a trigger as good as them, so I'm not switching the trigger out. You know, we're not gunsmiths. Just because you can put a part in doesn't mean you're a gunsmith. Because when you put parts in, especially like a 1911, there's little things that gunsmiths do before they put that part in that we don't know what they do. So, because that's a situation, I'm not touching that trigger. It looks nice. It's silver, it matches the silver bushing, matches the stainless steel barrel, and it looks nice. So, there it is, guys. The Dan Wesson Commander size 9mm. Okay, and I got these mags on sale. I got these Metgar mags. And I trust Metgar. These are only 20 bucks. I couldn't believe they're only 20 bucks. I'm like, damn, Metgar mags for 20 bucks. So let's make sure they fit. Oh yeah, locks back real nice. Well, we'll know how good they are when we shoot. But pretty nice. They have the domed follower. See those followers? It's like a dome, it has like an Ed Brown magazine, the old Ed Brown mags. That's really nice. I like the black. I think it looks better with the gun too. So there that is. So right off the bat, I got 4 magazines, which is great. Got to at least have 4 mags, and can't give you a range report yet. And hopefully, I'm sure I ain't gonna have any problems with it. It is a very high quality 1911. So I just wanted to show it to you guys, and that's it.